Hey everybody, hope you're doing pretty well, and it's time to have a little fun with the Ape Heroes project, and that has to do with some special promos they have going on right now that I went ahead and took advantage of. So if you go ahead and see here, they've had this special promo going on throughout August that if you go ahead and either buy 3 apes and stake them, you get a free cosmic cube, or if you create 2 villains and stake them, you get a free cosmic cube plus a gauntlet. Now, I've been waiting to maybe make some more villains, and then they did another promo that they have going on, I believe, just for a few more days. So if we go down here so there's only about 3 days left, you can buy serums at more than a 50% discount. It looks like they're trying to make a push right now to go ahead and get those serums bought up and villains created. So I went ahead and bought 2 of the 2 of the serums, and we're going to create 2 villains today. It takes a little while, so just stick with me. This video isn't going to be the super quickest in the world, and in between creating our villains, we might go ahead and hatch a few of my free Dino eggs that I went over in my last Ape Heroes video. I know these videos aren't my most popular yet, but they do have the cool liquidity. They do have the cool collab exchange where you can go ahead and get in on some other projects. Like I bought a whitelist for this NFT project that is happening on Solana. That worked out perfectly. I'm already in their Discord. I joined up, and they've already marked me as somebody who has a wallet, who has access to their mint. So I'm going to get one of these NFTs over on Sol. I don't know exactly when it will go live, but hopefully the project it does end up being successful. What could I say? I kind of like the avatar art. I'm a bit of an anime fan, if you didn't know, and I thought this one would just be kind of fun because they have led me to some interesting projects, and I do think that overall I've done pretty well in the Ooze Finance that I found through them, and why not take another, flyer and see if this works out pretty well, because I earn my POW tokens for free for just staking my NFTs, and that is what their collab exchange runs off of. Now, you do have to be willing to spend the soul to mint the NFT, so do be aware of that. But let's get into the regular site. Now, just for those of you who are aware, if we wanted to go to the markets in the NFT marketplace, let's say like you wanted to go ahead and buy 3 Ape Heroes. So buying 3 Ape Heroes, if you went to the lowest to high, you would see would cost you about 0.6 BNB. Now, if you already have heroes like I do, you can mint 2 villains. You can mint 2 serums for 0.3 BNB, and then you can go ahead and turn them into villains, and bam, you got yourself a qualification for that free gauntlet and free cosmic cube. Now, that is better if you wanted to go ahead and have some villains and have a little fun. It's very comparable in price, because you could go ahead and buy these 2 small guys off the market, and for about 0.7 BNB, a little bit more, you could create 2 villains. But when you create your 2 villains, you get to re-roll these characters. Now, you might think it's kind of weird. Why are uncommon and rares some of the lowest quantity of prices on Ape Heroes, and the first common hero over here is at 0.3? Well, that's because the Ape Heroes are burned to become villains, and in the beginning of this process, a lot of people just burned up all their common villains. That made common heroes. That made common heroes a lot more rare than some of the uncommon and rare ones, because just so many were burned to ashes to create villains. This has created an interesting marketplace where you can see you have an epic here that's a little bit cheaper than this common. It's pretty wild to see. I don't know what these eggs mean. What are the eggs? I'll have to figure it out later. But somebody comment below, what do the eggs mean? Because these ones don't have eggs. Do you get a prize when you buy one with an egg? Somebody tell me. But we'll go on. And then if we go to the marketplace and we just look at where the villains are, because they take a serum to be minted, their floor you think would be higher, but it's actually a little bit lower right now. So there are definitely some villains that are on sale, like this one for 0.1, these ones for 0.4, because their staking rewards are actually a little bit higher. So if you were coming into the project brand new, you might want to take advantage of some of these people who are selling some of their villains for literally under the amount that they probably invested to mint them. them. It's very interesting that you're not seeing that on the Ape Hero side. Their price is holding up very high, but on the villain side, it looks like there is a little bit of a discount to be had. Just something to know. Now we'll go ahead and get into actually creating villains. Create a villain. So you have to have a hero and a serum. Now I went ahead and unstaked 2 of my heroes, and I'm going to select one. I'm burning uncommon ones. I am choosing to burn ones with these boring backgrounds. The boring background makes the whole NFT, in my opinion, a little bit worse because they do have some creative, cool backgrounds. You also need a serum. As you can see, these are basic serums. So I could be burning an uncommon hero and getting a common villain. I'm going to go ahead and do that. It's just going to be something that I'm going to take a chance on. I didn't want to spend the extra money to try to buy common ones because, as I showed you, the market price on common heroes is relatively expensive, so I don't need to do that. I already have some heroes. I can look into getting them a little bit later. So we have a villain incubating, as you can see. We can go ahead and hit create another one. We'll select our other ape hero. We'll select our other serum. As you can see, again, while he does look kind of cool and he does have a gun, which is kind of an interesting thing for a hero, he's got the boring blue background. It does kind of go with his skin tone, but still, I like the look of my other heroes that don't have that. So we'll create villain 810. It'll be interesting to see what day we get into the eventual situation where we actually have a ape villain number 5000 being created. I do think that this project will get there. They continue to build, they continue to do cool things, and I don't see a reason why eventually people won't want to own more of these as more and more use case comes into the PAL token. You can already trade it on the open marketplace. Obviously, their initial listing went very well. I showed you that the price had headed up. They've maybe pulled back a tiny bit, but it's been holding pretty well. Nobody's really looking to dump this token at this point because they are giving us a lot of opportunities within the collab exchange to go ahead and use the token for fun raffles and things like that. I showed you the ones that I had won, but if we go ahead and we get over here to the collab exchange and we see what they're doing right now. So they have a bidding war for this Dino egg. You see the current bid is 10,000 PAL tokens, and all the PAL tokens that are taken in through this auction house are burned. They've been announcing some very good burn numbers. They also have raffle tickets going on the Cybear and a Cybull. So you can see in the Cybear and Bull project, they've got a hold of a couple of these NFTs and they're raffling them off to you. You can see right now only 50 and 47 tickets have been bought at these 350 apiece, but there still is 5 days to go. So this raffle is relatively new. You can see down here, I guess people aren't as up on the binions, but this one's relatively new too, with still 7 days left to do bids, but only 24 tickets sold. You also have these G dogs. One is a raffle, one is an auction. So you can see you got 63 tickets sold over here with 5 days left, and then another 5,000 POW tokens guaranteed to be burned on the G dog. So that is a very interesting thing. I don't really like these ones, so this one doesn't interest me that much. These ones aren't that bad, but I would need to look into the ecosystem a little bit more before I come in and make a big buy of raffle tickets. Because you do see I could buy, like 20 tickets, and then I'd have a 20 out of 50 chance currently. But you don't know if that's going to happen. Okay, let's go ahead and see if my villains came to be. So if I go to my NFTs, they're going to load for here for a second. And now my serums are gone. And my villains, my 8 heroes is down to 11, and my 8 villains is up to 21. Now, as you can see, all the ones that are staking are ones that I already had. So we're going to scroll down here and see if the non-staking new ones are visible yet. Ooh, they are still incubating. Still incubating. So while they're incubating, let's go ahead and go and maybe open a few dinos. As you can see, I do have these dinos. So far, the ones that I earned my Insta Hatch on, only a common, uncommon, and uncommon. Haven't got so lucky on my dinos. But if we go back, you can see I have my dino eggs incubating. So they are, I did pay for each one of them to start to incubate. And now it's up to me whether or not I want to speed them up or slow them down. I forgot this is the NFT area. This isn't where you do that. My bad. I have to go to the hatchery. So I did pay I have started them all, and I am 22 days away from all of them hatching, and I would not have to pay anything else. But since we're making a video, let's go ahead and use the speed up functionality. Now I can get a 25% speed up for 500. I can do 50 for 1,000, and I can 100% speed one up for the 2,500. We're going to go ahead and do a 2,500, and we're going to instant open one of these eggs. I don't know how fast this happens. It could go into an incubating system. First time I've done it, just doing some fun things here on the Ape Heroes site, and we're going to see how well some of this stuff works. My villains, as you can see, they are there, but they haven't shown them to me yet. All right, so my egg is gone. So now we have a nice even amount of rows, right? That looks a little bit better. Now we can go ahead. This is where you would claim your free eggs. If you had heroes or villains, you got a free egg for each one. Let's go ahead and go to my NFTs and see if I have 4 dinos. And then we can take another look and see if the villains have been rendered yet, and we can look at them. All right. Ooh, we do have 4 dinos. So let's go ahead and click on here. Ooh, the picture is not there. So I have Dino Companion 598 or 1598, but it's going to take a little while before his picture becomes visible, because it's going to be a little bit of work. So we'll go ahead and we'll go back out. We'll click on our villains. There they are. Let's see where they're at. Ooh, okay. So it is a common villain. So we do see our rarity now. We don't see the picture yet, but we can get an idea. He has a dark brown body, fierce eyes. He's a boxer suit. He has a soul patch. His eye accessories is robotic. And he's a current rank in rarity of 4,695. That is one of the almost most common villains you can get, because there's only 5,000 villains. Did not roll well there. Then if we go ahead and go over here, let's see if we can find anybody with the boxer suit, so we can see what that looks like. Do I have anybody else with a boxer suit? Robot. Let's see. Oh, I guess not. Well, this one says green boxer, so maybe a little bit like that one. We'll have to see. And then my other one is, oh, is it going to be common? Oh, it's common. Dun, dun, dun. Wow, this one's even more lame than that one, I think. Yeah, 4,969. All right, Ape Heroes has been pretty good to me creating villains, because I did create my 3 legendaries, including one that's all the way up here at rank 246. So they can be nice to you, and they can be mean to you. We'll do a quick refresh and see if those images are there. Maybe they'll look cool. I don't know. Nope, they are still there, but we can go ahead and go over to the staking protocol. And now we can go down here to common villains. And I should be able to hit this plus sign. Oh, nope, they're not going to let me do it until they become fully rendered. I don't know if we want to just sit around doing nothing, but let's go ahead and see if our dino... Sorry, wrong button. We'll see if our dino's rarity has shown up yet. And then we'll probably wrap things up and just say my goodbyes. Let's go over here to our Dino Companion. And we got another common dino. I guess his image loaded up a little bit quicker. It might have even said common before. So far, I have gotten 2 uncommon dinos out of, and 2 common dinos. So not spectacular. There is 10,000 dinos. So this one is one of the most common of commons at 9,681. This one actually is at 6,144. So he is one of the more rare common dinos. So I've got a hero, a villain, and a hero. So even though I have mostly villains, I have dinos with companionship to heroes. I might have to do some wheeling and dealing to try to make it so that I have dinos that match up to each one of my NFTs. We'll have to see. So we can go through, I think, and stake this. So we'll go in here, and I'll click right here. No. Oh, I might have to just do a refresh on the site. Let's try that. Click there. Okay, it's going to take a little while for the blockchain to catch up and me being able to do the staking. As you can see, though, I do have a lot of POW token locked. I have this much that I've currently earned since I did my last claim. If I were to hit this claim button, I'd get some of this liquid and most of it would get locked. That is the way they're preventing the token from getting really completely dumped down to nothing and before their actual play to earn game comes to be. So thanks everybody for hanging out with me. Remember that they do have the promotions going on right now where if you want to get into having villains, you can mint serums and you can mint them at a discount. They are only 0.15 BNB and you can go ahead and create your villains, and if you do 2 of them, you can take advantage of the special deal to go ahead and get yourself a free gauntlet and a free cosmic cube. Remember, the free cosmic cube is going to be some kind of stat buff that they're going to be giving to people within the play to earn game. So I'm hoping to have a cube for each one of my legendary cards, because then I can say I'm not only legendary, but bam, I got cosmic cube buffed. And the gauntlets help you earn additional staking rewards. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me today. Hey, come on, watch those videos, people. Bye.